the Stargazers. I am your magician, but you can call me Aster. And welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I am joined by the usual two.
Ah!
Hi there.
Two types of people. Hi, Aster. Hi, Jelliber VA. Is that how you say it? Anyway, it's Great Ace Attorney time. So we are the Terrible Two. I didn't say that.
Whoa.
Hi, Aster.
Wow.
Hi, Reagan. Hello, Fanta. Hello, Jonathan. Hello,
Wow,
Ink.
so this is how you think of us.
Wow.
She did just say the terrible two. Like you audibly heard it.
That's
just a few seconds.
honestly.
The usual two. One burns at the stake live. Not
Thank you,
Namaru
Namaru
Kageyama.
Kageyama. What are you doing in the chat?
Hi,
What
guys.
if you die twice again?
That's crazy, by the way.
So fun fact before we begin, there's something fun that I'd like to say. My birthday is very soon. My birthday is on March 2nd, which is on Sunday. And I am excited for it. I'm gonna be 20.
I haven't decided what I want for my birthday, but I'll probably do a stream that day. And I think the thing that I want the most is for all of you to come join me. I want to celebrate with everybody.
So, chat. I suppose I should kind of put this in perspective for all of you. Did all of you guys forget that Ren was 19, like I did?
Wait, what did you mean you forgot I was
You're,
19?
you're like
How did you
you're like
forget?
super ageless in my mind. like I can't like look at you and be like, oh yeah, you know, she's 19. She's 19. 19.
Paradox, that's,
She's gonna be 20 in 3 days. In 3 days.
In 3 days. Big cake
Which,
and
by the way,
stream.
girl,
Yeah,
you're gonna be streaming on your birthday, right?
yeah. I plan on it. I didn't
What
do
are you
it.
gonna stream?
I'm not sure. I might just
Whatever
do
you
like
want.
I might just do like a really long stream where I just like fuck around until I get tired.
Were you not gonna? Never mind.
Was I not gonna what?
I don't know if you want to talk about it on stream.
Hmm?
Because like secret. Here, let me DM you. I don't know if you want to reveal this yet.
Oh, no. If it's what I think it is, no. I changed my mind about that. Yeah, no.
Okay,
Oh, I know what it
yeah. I
is.
figured.
Okay,
I figured.
Yeah,
Birthday subathon.
Yes, sorry. Yes, sorry, chat. None of you guys are invited to know.
For birthdays being such close proximity. Thank you, Ink. Thank you for the $2.
Marriage? Marriage for my 20th birthday.
I was tempted to say that, but yeah.
Someday that'd be a dream.
Man, a subathon sounds fun, but also I feel like it's different because it's on YouTube and not Twitch.
I don't know about you, but
Anyway, I don't think I knew how old Aster was before now.
yeah, I'm turning 20 in just a couple of days. I was, can I design the dress? Yes, you can. I'm gonna learn, because I left my gameplay in case 3 and I don't remember shit, so I'm gonna be here this time. Yay! How exciting!
Oh my god.
I really like this case, so I'm excited to have everybody join me. So let me double check. The voices are in English. I'm gonna be a shadow, but yeah. Hey, look, 200.
Sonic.
200 subs away from
I
hardcore
called it, Faye. I fucking
civilization.
said it before you typed it. Cry about it. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this.
Alright, let's go. Alright,
Can't you just start from the third? Girl, this was escapades.
Why are we in the escapades?
Because it said escapades in the save menu,
Okay.
and you clicked it anyways.
I'm
like a
really,
goober.
I'm really good at this.
Yeah, clearly.
Alright, here we go. The
Here we go.
adventure
The adventure.
of the runaway room. Episode 3.
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, "I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude, the beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together."
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure. I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
You notice how they spell center, C-N-T-R-E?
Yeah, because we're
That's
in
how you know
London.
That's how you know it's London.
What, did the accents not give it away? We'll call them compet, one of F. Oh no, I think, was Phantom not referring to the voice in the cutscene? Welcome in, Sheldon. The correct spelling, yeah. I love the animated parts. Same! I really like the, I really like how they, like, have full, like, anime cutscenes. It's nice. Yeah, I think Phantom was referring to the voice. Anyway, let us continue.
What an incredible place!
It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating.
This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress.
There are some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course. But they've only been built in the few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from.
It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the differences than just construction materials. What is this place again?
This is the Lord Chief Justice's office, Naruhodo-san, in the Supreme Court of Great Britain.
The Lord Chief Justice.
We had instructions to report here at this time. If circumstances were different, we were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan.
But Kazuma can't.
No. So instead, we are here in a different capacity, as envoys, to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death.
Yes.
And, having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done.
So, we'd have to return to Japan.
If we want to remain here in Great Britain,
I have to take Kazuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour.
yes, which means you need the requisite qualifications as a lawyer.
Which is what I've been studying for.
here in Great Britain, it is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So, that's the second reason why we're here. To have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London.
I hope I'm up to scratch.
Ah! Judge, this is you.
Oh.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to click it. Whatever. Anyway, this is you!
Oh my god.
Oh.
Here, I'll put his line back up.
I don't know what would he sound like, because there's another character that...
He's a scary
kinda
looking
looks
dude.
Yeah,
So just make him sound kind of scary.
okay. Good morning. Sorry for keeping you.
Maybe make him a bit louder, because he's big.
Good morning. Sorry for keeping you. I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan.
Beautiful.
It seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. My apologies.
Oh, no, don't mention it. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do.
How fortunate. So, introductions. I am Male Stronghart, Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire.
And I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot.
Come on, Mr. Naruhodo. Don't be a mouse.
Oh, it's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Stronghart. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire.
Yes, thank you.
Wow.
Bring it in, big hug. Bear hug.
I like that. Anyway, some people are saying that a Judge's natural voice would work. I don't think so. I think a similar vibe, yes, but also like part of his whole thing is that he likes to take up a whole room. Like, you know, you saw him raise his arms and suddenly it was like he became part of this huge building. The names stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming.
Lord Stronghart, may I show you this?
To accept this item, issue as receipt, examine it thoroughly, and make a formal statement of my findings. Would require something in the region of 24 seconds of my time.
My life.
Sorry?
Does the item warrant 24 seconds of my time, Mr. Naruhodo?
Let's leave it for now.
Alright.
Well, that was funny.
London!
So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London?
Oh, well... help! I've been so nervous since I ever got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city!
It's simply splendid! Isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh,
We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say, I'm almost lost for words.
I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded.
Oh, yes! Astounded is the word.
Thanks for saving me there, Sato-san.
And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor.
I only got stabbed one time!
Yes. There's much excitement about the upcoming Great Exhibition we will be hosting here in London.
Ren sometimes says naruhodo when I'm talking to her, but now I'm having a hard time remembering the MC's name. Naruhodo is just, it's not Ren just saying the word. I mean, the word naruhodo means like, oh, I see. And I just say that in conversation. And that's where his name comes from.
Great exhibition.
Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city. It will be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history, and will make Paris's World Fair look like a toy shop.
Of course, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be.
Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world.
Even if you do say so yourself.
The sun will never set on our great empire. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun.
Law student.
Lord Chief Justice. I think you were expecting a student of law for this study tour, weren't you?
Absolutely. A Mr. Kazuma Asogi, if my memory serves.
That's right.
The British government has already been telegraphed and a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores.
That's amazing. The news reached him before we even arrived.
My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours.
Oh, thank you.
And you honored this appointment specifically to inform me of the news.
Yes. We are here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person.
They told me you Japanese are a people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that is true. And it is with some regret I must inform you. The death of the young lawyer means the study tour arrangement can no longer proceed.
If you would just hear us out, Lord Stronghart.
What do you have to say, madam?
It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal.
Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo.
This is it then. Moment of truth. The thing is, Lord Justice, Lord Stronghart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead?
Strong heart, what would that imply? So his name comes more from, so his full name is Mill Stronghart. Maelstrom, like a storm. And then heart, like the heart of the storm. The heart of the maelstrom. His hair is also kind of supposed to look like a tornado.
Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done.
Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean.
Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Asogi. At least, that is what I've been led to understand.
Well, the thing is... this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say this to this man.
Mr. Naruhodo!
I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I going to say? There is someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer. It's...
What are these options?
It's me! I can do it!
Is that so?
I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but
No qualifications, you say? And yet you still claim to be a lawyer.
I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. And I had Kazuma to help me, and I was the accused. Glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Buria.
The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not what you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training.
I realize it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Asogi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance. That's all I'm asking for. Please!
31 seconds.
Sorry?
Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo. It was 31 seconds ago. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you in a good stead as a lawyer.
Oh, thanks.
So, you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment.
Huh?
But let me ask you one thing first, sir.
Yes?
You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asogi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path?
Well, yes. That's my intention.
I see.
Am I imagining things? Or did his expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden?
Welcome in, Mr. Darkness.
Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. A test to become a special certified lawyer. A specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you.
Really?
Test.
So, what form will the test take exactly?
Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be?
Well, defending people, of course.
Well said. So, let's have you defend someone.
Huh?
Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an apt trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news.
Today?
Straight away.
If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler?
How do I get myself into these situations?
Well, could I ask, what sort of trial is it, Lord Stronghart?
Yes, good question. I remember. It's a murder trial.
A murder!
An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose.
That's easy to say.
But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will of course be sentenced to capital punishment.
Capital punishment? He'll be put to death?
Here in Great Britain, murders are sent to the gallows without exception. Presumably, you've read that much in your short C-based introduction to British law.
We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life.
I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it's acceptable.
But you can't do that, can you?
There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose.
So the defendant may live or die depending on how well I perform in court? If I lose, he'll be hanged.
Mr. Naruhodo, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asogi? I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen.
He's testing my resolve.
What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be?
What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test?
Well, do we agree?
Yeah, of course we agree. Come on. This
It's
is
Ace Attorney.
He's so for real. Alright then. If I have to give you a decision now, I didn't read the rest. Fuck.
It cut off. I didn't press
I
it.
can't do it. I can't get the words out.
15 seconds. Your decision-making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. So, it's as I suspected, is it?
Sorry?
You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is over.
Yes, Lord Stronghart. Thank you for offering me a chance. I'm sorry, Mrs. Sato, but what could I do?
It's all right. I understand.
You do?
It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it.
What are you trying to say, madam?
I think what Miss Sato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand on the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice.
Wait, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, was there something else?
It's approximately 12 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time.
But I just said that...
I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him.
What?
At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. He will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down.
But that's awful!
But that is the truth.
Why does it have to be like this?
Please don't expect an answer to be to every question. The cold hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you.
I'm really his only hope?
So, what do you say now, madam?
Me? What do you mean, Lord Stronghart?
You said it was an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. But in my estimation, it is purely and simply a matter of resolve.
Oh.
Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves.
Bye. He's gone.
The Old Bailey.
If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruhodo, we must leave at once.
Time to investigate.
I need to investigate everything in this room first, within 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Miss Sato, can I ask
Careful.
you something?
From this position, I can perform a Susato takedown in an instant.
I know.
Mr. Naruhodo, you heard Lord Stronghart. The trial starts imminently. If I need to throw you, I will.
You know, you could just say, I think we should hurry to the courtroom.
If you need to ask me anything, it had better wait until we're at the Old Bailey.
Okay. Sorry, Queen.
The Old Bailey. If we hurry and catch a cab, we may just make it to the courthouse on time.
By the way, I just want to say this is insane.
Oh no.
I know they've mentioned it, but yeah.
Yeah, fellow law student, not fellow law student, local law student. What are your thoughts on this?
Batshit crazy.
Have you learned about judicial history?
A tiny bit, but that I haven't learned. I'm only learning criminal law now.
Would this sort of thing like happen ever? Like even in the past?
I don't think so. Even the past has like parameters.
This is the Ace Attorney!
I mean, this is Ace
I don't need to be a
but-
law student to know how whack this shit is.
Well, sure, but also like I don't know. There's some crazy stuff that used to happen back then.
I would have to do some double checking, but I'm pretty sure this would not happen because even then they had a lot of principles and standards for some things, and then not other things. But yeah, that's how the history of laws worked.
I've learned much.
Alright.
Oh, thank goodness, we're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins.
I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose.
I just realized I left my file in case 4, not case 3. Who cares? You should still be here. Also, this is an important case, so you should stick around.
Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favorite lines from the Sherlock Holmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly.
I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege.
Well, At least we arrived here before the trial started.
Yes, I suppose there's that.
Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all.
So this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants to wait in is grand.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air. Almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. It feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed.
Yes. Whoever the man you're to defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment. Judge, I think I told you about this voice.
Is this the Irish voice?
That's the one. I mean, come on, he's literally saying top of the morning. Come on.
This is like the most stereotypical shit ever. Hello?
Oh, top of the morning to you, madam. Sir?
What's poppin'? Welcome in,
Oh, the
Ontario.
luck of the Irish. Oh, the luck of the Irish. Oh, my pot of gold. My lucky charms.
Me lucky charms.
Oh, what are you doing following me here? Things are fair desperate, aren't they?
Sorry?
Would you look at those expressionless faces? From the east, are yous?
We're from Japan, yes.
Ah, Japan, is it? Right, say no more. So, how much do you need?
No, we're just here because...
There you go.
No need to explain, fella. I've been here, been there myself, so I have. No place to go, none to eat, barely a penny to your name, and all while in a strange, faraway land.
Well, actually... we haven't found a place to stay yet, no.
We have the Lucky Charms leprechaun at home, they said. Lucky Charms leprechaun at home.
He's got the candy ring as his hat.
He does.
Tis grand!
Candy ring.
What if today won't be grand?
You to the shadow
What do you think
realm.
about that, huh? No, absolutely not.
I hate that this voice works.
Read expansion.
I mean, this is basically his canon voice, actually. I mean, if it was like his canon voice, because he does have a voice line, it's quite.
Is it?
It's a bit lower.
Is it high-pitched leprechaun?
It's lower, actually. I feel like.
Oh wow, really?
I feel like he kind of goes up and down, you know, like. And so
Let me
it's like.
starts giving yous 1,000 guineas. Say nothing now.
Are you kidding?
Say nothing now.
1,000 guineas!
Please, Miss Subtle, you don't have to shout.
What? 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo.
What?
'Tis nothing to me at all. I'm to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day. See, I've enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over.
Could that much rain even fall in one day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. That hit me in the eye!
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
Ow! Fucking think fast, Chuckle Nuts!
How's his voice, by the way? Is this more in the range to speak?
It's good.
Oh, don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to you, no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me.
Oh.
To be honest, 'tis a little embarrassing. The trial that's about to begin, you see, is for me good self here. I'll be in the dock. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now.
Oh, well, the thing is...
Don't worry about a thing. All you have to do is stand up there next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial is going to start without me having any kind of representation at all.
So it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't just making it all up.
I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you're the defendant in this trial?
Blustering blazes, Diaz! Diaz not know who I am? Me, one of London's biggest names!
No, sorry. We've only just arrived in the city, you see.
I see. I suppose it isn't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park there in the centre of London is another beautiful park.
Sorry? A park? What?
It's just called McGilded Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot.
And whatnot.
I donated it to the city, so I did.
An entire park? In central London?
A city of smiles. That's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city and its queer old people.
That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary.
Ah, but...
Back up.
Oh, but... Now they've all... they've got the... Oh, but... Now they've the goal to say I'm a good-for-nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded! What is the matter with the London police, I ask you?
All right, don't pass out.
Mr. Naruhodo, perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath.
Good idea.
Why is he?
I'm gonna take a now. I'm not a goblin. I'm a gnome. And you
Die.
That's crazy, by the way.
Sorry. That was aggressive, but I don't... if I hear the fucking gnome shit one more... That actually sets off a goddamn Winter Soldier episode in me.
Huh?
Like, I get activated the same way that I do with the fucking... My name is Edwin.
Wow, that's really recent, though.
You have like the...
I know, but like the gnome, I don't know. I really hate that meme. I really hate it.
I don't...
It just gets me fucking fired up. It's just like...
I don't know what you're talking about.
You never
Good,
saw the,
forget about it. Never remember it.
No.
Mr. McGilded, the thing is...
What? Okay.
We're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best.
What was I after saying, you daft idiot? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up for there next to me, haven't I?
Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you. Why is he normal again? What?
I just is still like formal posture is just killing me. I think of Rumpelstiltskin in Shrek 4 when I see him. Oh, I think I see what's going on here.
Sorry?
I know what you're thinking. This Chancellor of a fella claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the blazes can he hire the finest lawyer in all of England? Because he did! That's the only explanation! Well...
well... No. Not at all! Although it is a little strange, to be honest. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean.
Say one thing about the Irish accent. Make sure that when you say MC, you pronounce it as Mac. Oh, so it'd be Mac Gilded when he says it.
Mac Gilden.
I had no idea, actually.
Thank you, Ray. I should know that.
I don't know like anything about Irish
But
accents.
I like, well, Mac is more of a Scottish name. That's the thing. Like, it's usually O, like O'Brien, for Irish names, or O'Shaughnessy or something like that, or O'Shag Hennessy, you could say.
Shaggy?
I hope you know. I hope you know that that's a AA Ron reference with the substitute teacher, Key and Pill. Why is everyone? Oh, okay, never mind.
Is the
I was wondering-
NC in Irish and Gaelic names always pronounced Mac? I think it depends where the stress syllable is. If the stress is on the mick, it will slightly sound like Mac, like McElroy. If the stress
Also,
is
he
on
missed on my good till I.
If the stress is on the second syllable, it's likely pronounced faster like Mick. Think McCartney. It's Mick if it's Irish, Mac if it's Scottish.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, McGilded.
I feel like also they would have.
You said some pretty nasty things, Mac Gilded.
I think one of the localizers also tried to like write all of the names so it would be easy to pronounce like when you first look at them. So is it Mick? Whatever.
That would be the fault of the Reaper.
Sorry? Did he just say Reaper?
Aye, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Barak von Zykes.
Zeeks.
He's the prosecutor. Zeeks. He's the prosecutor. Zeeks.
The
Barak von
prosecutor
Zeeks.
is the Grim Reaper?
When Van Zoink stands for the.
When Van Zoinks!
When Van Zoink stands for the prosecutor, they call the accused his sacrificial lamb.
Reggie! Murder trial!
No, that was on purpose. Don't worry.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no You imagine fucking up that bad, you say so.
Van Zoink stands for the prosecution. Yeah.
Roro McGulla gonna freaking die!
Jeepers!
Roro Reggie!
Oh, I feel lightheaded. Please, please don't do this to me.
Roro Runosuke!
Oh look, Danger Prone Aster's gone lightheaded again, gang.
Wow.
Shut up, you. Shut up. I'm getting
It's almost like she should take better care of herself!
Maybe she should get better help.
so mean to me. You deserve this.
A lot of things! Take care of yourself.
Wow.
Take care of yourself!
I'm drinking water.
Yeah, drink some.
I need to have a cup of tea right now.
Oh, you need to have a fucking cup of tea.
Why'd you say forking like that?
I don't know.
Shut up. Anyway,
Oh.
say the line again.
Oh, it's a chipmunk. When Van Zeke stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he has been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned!
What?
So it's reached a desperate situation where there's no one willing to stand in defense against the fella at all. You could say he's a living legend of the Old Bailey.
Goodness. Lord Barak von Zeeks. I don't know where the emphasis is on Barak. I don't know if it's... Because in Japanese it's Baroku Banjikuzu. But I mean... I don't know if it's Barak or Barak. He must
Well, if
be...
it's Barack, he'd go like, "Oh, my sacrificial lambs."
Oh,
My fellow Grim Reapers.
Fellow Grim Reapers!
What do you call a snake that's exactly 3.14 meters long?
A speckled band.
A python.
No, die. We're playing Great Ace Attorney, therefore it's a speckled band. Cry louder. He must be an
You
exceptional...
just basically said the former president of the United States to die.
I did not say that! I did not say that.
You said die.
I did not
You said
say that.
die.
Guy, chat. I think that's treason or something.
Yes, that is treason.
Yeah,
Don't
honestly.
say that.
Sorry, Ren. I'm gonna be turning you in.
What? Get fucked. Anyway.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You need to stop doing this. You have to stop.
Wait, I just realized something.
What did you just realize? You kicked me out? I swear to God. I swear to fucking God.
What happened to the game audio? Hello?
Yeah, what happened there? Hello?
Why did the music turn off?
The music just stopped! It's treason, but you guys should do Obama more.
Wait, hold on.
I agree. I think that's pretty funny.
Okay, we're good now.
Welcome back to the music.
So I was...
Did you ever see the clip? It's from DC's Legends of Tomorrow. It's a CW show. And it's Gorilla Grodd going back in time to try and kill Barack Obama. Have you seen that?
Why?
That's a fucking wonderful premise.
Why would you do that?
I'm not kidding. 1 second.
Like he's in Hawaii. He's in college, and he's like his door gets kicked down while he's listening to music, and a giant gorilla walks in, and he's like,
Barack Obama, it would almost be an honor to kill you.
That's crazy.
Okay, give me like 2 minutes.
No.
Can you be nice
I
to me?
I do know someone who's Irish, by the way, so I'll ask him about the pronunciation and ask him how I'm doing.
Wait,
at some
what?
point.
Why is the music still
I know-
gone? Hello?
I don't know. Is this a haunted game? Is this greataceattorney.exe?
Create Ace Attorney. I mean, it is an exe file. Okay, whatever. I guess we'll figure it out. It'll be back soon. You must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor then.
Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed. Cursed? What on earth?
Thank you. The defendant is summoned and his counsel. Please make your way to the courtroom. The trial is about to begin.
His counsel? That would be me.
Where's Mugman when you need him? Mugman's dead.
You hear that, everyone? This feels so haunted without the music. Why did I make that noise? Hello? There's a stock man voice
Well,
again.
The
Yeah, real.
quintessential sound of
The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb.
Oh, there's a new Pokemon game.
Yes, Pokemon ZA. I'm so excited for it. Like for the first time in a while. I feel
you
like
guys continue without me.
no.
This is a different slide.
Oh, whatever.
There's a Hexmanic like maniac that everyone's drawing now, so that's
That's so fun.
and Shrek 5 as well.
Oh yeah, Shrek 5 got announced.
Yeah, Shrek 5
It
got
looks
announced.
so
Why
weird,
the fuck
and
is
he has a-
Zendaya
and
and
he has, like,
everything, bro?
Yeah, is it Zendaya?
It's Zendaya.
Zendaya is Shrek's daughter.
Why?
Yeah.
Listen, I love Zendaya as much as the next guy, but like, get it together.
I'm sorry for disappearing for 2 minutes. I had to go downstairs because there was a Subway sandwich waiting for me.
Oh hell yeah! All right, well you don't get to eat it yet. Say the line.
Can you be nice?
No,
Like once?
no.
Fuck you.
Say the line,
His
Bart.
counsel. His counsel. That would be me.
Oh, it's his time! Well then, fella, don't let me down!
But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened.
Until you showed your face here. I'd made up my mind, so I had.
Sorry?
I decided I'd have to defend myself in there.
How would that have worked?
But then you made an appearance. A student of law, wouldn't you know? 'Tis no accident. I can assure you of that. 'Tis fate. So don't get cold feet now. Please.
I literally know nothing about the case, or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't just turn my back on him.
Mr. Naruhodo.
The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Kazuma would never have allowed to happen.
Counsel for the defense, what are you doing? If you leave for the start of the trial, you'll lose your right to stand.
I'll be right there. It's happening then. My first trial in a British court. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this.
Sorry, I'm eating.
So, while Mugman eats, I will share some fun facts. So does everybody see the stitching on the back of Ryunosuke's gakuran? That is called a semamori, which literally means protection for the back. And it is to protect whoever is wearing the clothing that has the semamori on it from external evil. Susato sewed that there after what happened to Kazuma. She did not want Ryunosuke meeting the same fate. And I think it's a really nice detail. Anyway, that's my fun fact.
That is actually adorable.
I know, it's really sweet. Alright.
So this is the highest court in Great Britain. The Old Bailey. The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan.
It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. May I say something, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, yes. What?
Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again.
I know, but I just can't help it. Vampire ass?
And guess who's doing the judge?
My name is Judge. I judge the courtroom.
No way.
It's either that or Matt Berry. What would you prefer? In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
Is this what Judge looks like IRL? Asking for a friend. Well, Judge, is this what you look like IRL? Defend just gets sent to the Shadow Realm? Is that the Overtrace Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal above the judge's seat? I love y'all so much! Keep the Matt Berry voice.
Keep the Matt Berry voice. Okay.
You can do whatever you want, Judge. I will leave it.
I just want to hear. I want to hear what the people have to say. For you, the people, what do you have to say?
Judge, listen. What the people have to say only matters when they pay you.
True. Or a Trice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal. I'm begging you, it's so funny.
I don't look like this, and I have Astra and Fen who have witnessed my frame.
I mean, to be
fair, we will have lots of insane NPCs. I'm sure at least one of them will fit the Matt Berry voice.
Okay.
It's Ace
So you
Attorney,
mean-
and we have even more
But
insane...
Ren, having Matt Berry preside over a court trial is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever thought of.
I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm sorry. Listen, all I can think of when I think of Matt Berry is just...
It'd be so perfect to give this
You're
old
here with
balls like
buddies,
80-year-old
weren't
dude
All I
who
can think
can't
of...
see without his glasses to give him a fucking Matt Berry voice. That'd be so funny. Please.
All I can think of when I think of Matt Berry is just... Oh, look at this fucker move. Like...
That's what I'm saying.
It's so funny!
Red,
Fuck you.
please.
Yeah.
It is so... Two friends are out... Ugh. Okay.
You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it.
Saying, fuck you.
Fuck y'all.
Whatever is
Please.
easiest for you, Judge.
I'm fine doing either. And also, I think Fen is terrified that I'll do the Edwin voice.
I think the Edwin voice is actually
There's-
better suiting, but...
You will not
Okay.
speak that fucking voice in this goddamn courtroom, so help me God.
Actually, the fact that Bunkman is so against it makes it even funnier. So...
Matt Berry is just funnier. Well, you're gonna do Matt Berry is timeless. Edwin, who made the mimic, is temporary.
Isn't he from Five Nights at Freddy's?
He's
Yes,
from
but he's
Five Nights at
recent.
Freddy's
He's
in
a
a fucking wax song
Okay,
that
but
like
isn't
gained meme
Five
status
Nights
and is
at
already on
Freddy's-
its way out the door. It's
But
on its
isn't
way out the
Five
fucking
Nights at
door.
Freddy's Eternal?
It's
Five
Matt Berry.
Nights
You can't say no to Matt Berry, please.
Hey, it's out of my hands. It's up to Judge.
I guess I should put.
Fuck
we can put it to a-
Me?
Put it to a vote. We can put it to a
Matt
vote.
Berry.
Actually, we could put it to a vote. Here, let me
Yeah, in the poll.
start
I
a
am
poll.
vastly in the favor of Matt Berry, please.
Matt Berry or My Name is Edwin. I love. Matt Berry or
My name is Edwin. I made the mimic. My name is Judge. I judge the court.
There you go. Democracy.
It was difficult.
I have
to
never
put
clicked
the
Matt
child
Berry
together.
so fast in my life. You put Bat Mary.
Because it's funny.
But unfortunately, something went so wrong, and now I can't do anything.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Damn. Pull a poll? Yeah, we have a poll. Everybody vote.
That's fucking right. 91 to 9.
Yeah, I think Bat Mary wins.
Damn straight.
All right. Like 10 people said Matt Berry, so we'll call it here. Even more people are saying Bat Mary. We'll call it here. Matt Berry it is. All right.
I didn't even read that. by
Yes,
the
you
way.
did. In the Matt Berry
I
voice
didn't.
and everything.
Oh. Yes,
Did
I
you
did. Never mind. I forgot. I forgot. Yes, very much so. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGildy.
Oh my god.
I now
yes!
call upon the counsels of the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is fully prepared.
Hold on, Judge, get closer, please.
The prosecution.
Okay, not that close. Not that close.
I was fucking waiting for it. I was waiting for it. I knew it was gonna pop his mic on.
The prosecution is fully prepared.
Oh, perfection. Perfection.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I love it.
Oh my god.
God, oh my god, Judge, can you please say the prosecution has a valid point when you were literally hugging your microphone?
The prosecution has a valid point.
Okay, thank you. I'll pay you later.
This is wonderful.
I'll pay you later. In front of my Subway sandwich?
That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld.
Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English?
Yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready, and I couldn't be further from ready if I tried.
Oh my god.
Those eyes please me, Nipponese. They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, cling to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb.
Fuck. Cold shiver just ran down my spine all the way to the tips of my toes.
Fuck! This is awesome! This is so good! Ah!
I can't wait to 1v1 you, dude. It's gonna be great.
Oh, I'm so happy! Giants, your advice! This is perfect! Ah! Okay, I'm so sorry.
Alright,
Yes. Now, Mr. McGilded.
Yes, my lord.
I'm sorry, I'm so giddy over that. You sound so good.
You stand accused of murder, a capital offense. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner?
Racism. Boom.
As I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if the fella is a student from some little island off the Far East. Is it not the British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance? I like to think that acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud.
Listen to Mr. McGilded. What a fine gentleman London has in him.
Londonism.
Must be Northern Irish.
Well, then maybe go play in McGilded Park. Seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded.
That's definitely welcome news, and he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him.
Make bad dude on the screen.
Is that a new McDonald's burger?
am I crazy or he looks like that Shrek Lord Farquaad?
Peak. Real.
No. He's referring to Rumpelstiltskin. That's what I said
okay.
before.
Yeah, he kind of does.
I was about to say, like,
Peak.
how the fuck is that Lord
Some of you
Farquaad?
may die, but there's a risk I am willing to take.
Amazing, actually.
Thank you, Skittle, for the 5.
Thank you for the $5.
Did you
Ink,
say
we
it?
don't say that.
No, I haven't. Eloquently put, Mr. McGilded, and most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you that you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed?
Ugh, so help me God. So all
Jeez,
6
but
of
How are we gonna split this?
I have no idea. So we have all of them in front of us right now. I'll take the maid. And I guess the
Is it even a split of men and women? Yeah.
yeah. So I guess
I'll give more to Fen just because I've got
Very
the
true.
judge,
Here,
Zeke's,
so,
and McGilded.
So here, Judge, you do the guy in the top hat, and Mugman, you do the
Which
other guy.
one?
They're all in top hats.
They're all in top hats.
top hats.
The first one.
On the far left, though?
Yeah, the one with the rose.
Okay, just go.
Okay.
Just go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left to right.
Okay, Mugman, you do one. Or Judge, you do 1. Mugman, you do 3 and 5, and I'll do the other 3.
And then you got 2, 4, 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Works for me.
I'll do my best to differentiate these women.
That's what it sounds like when I heard it. Yes, my lord. If the task is to send rotters to the gallows, where they belong, I'm more than ready.
At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree.
Ha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me.
Thank you.
It's a me, Mario.
How the hell did you get that? What?
Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Must finish these mitts for my grandson. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. These people are
The jury. Yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet.
That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors. The judge passes sentence according to the law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense. So the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view.
But how exactly do the jurors give their verdict?
That I don't know. But I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses.
Yes.
Prosecutor Van Zeeks. My lord. It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounce your fame. I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity. So, what brings you back?
Back up.
What brings you back?
What brings you back from the microphone?
Is there some change of circumstance of which the courtroom should be aware?
Astor's what brings you back.
I leave that to your imagination, my lord.
I'm sorry, I'm turning into a plush toy.
You've been a plush toy for years, girl. So
I'm turning into a squeaky toy.
So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback?
Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo.
Judge, you sound so good.
As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity.
Oh, fuck, shit, sorry. Oh, damn it.
Real.
We must be the only ones in here who aren't aware.
The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks known in the community as Thrice-Fired Mason.
Sorry? Thrice?
He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. A shame he wasn't himself. Nah.
Fuck you.
The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service on the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. Thank you, counsel. I shall accept that and the photograph as evidence.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. And these are... Good Lord! Is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
What? Mr. McGilded's gloves had blood on them?
Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well.
How did I get into this? I'm backed into a corner before I've even started.
Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside the vehicle at the time. Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaster, Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, Magnus McGilded.
Oh, look at that finger point.
Well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. Defendant, what say you? Well, of course. I have no recollection of such a thing.
My mic was muted. Fuck! I was laughing the whole
Where's my
time.
counsel? Where's my representation?
I need to throw away my trash.
Mr. Naruhodo!
Looks like this case is over before it even began.
Objection!
That's not fun. We're not gonna have that.
Get back here.
Mr. McGilded!
To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening. But whenever I'm in the carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. Are you claiming to have been asleep? 'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. Lilin, so it is.
Oh,
And
Lilton.
when I opened my eyes, Lilton, so it is. And when I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in my life. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul would want to rush in to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand.
So the blood got onto the gloves then after the man had been killed.
Unfortunately, that statement of the driver's is only the beginning.
What? That's not all of it?
There were multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaster was fatally stabbed. Order! 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 When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compiling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear the testimony from these witnesses first of all. Your wish is my command. Bailiff! Bring the witness in at once!
Oh my god.
You okay?
Yeah.
I got up to get socks.
Oh Christ.
Witnesses, your names and occupations.
Oh, I remember. So I did this guy last time, and there was an insane moment while he was giving testimony because I just like went off the rails.
You could be Beppo.
I can be Beppo. No, it's okay. I'll
Red, you literally have what, 3 characters?
I have one character. Right now. I'll have another one later. That said, let me see if I can pull up like that one testimony.
Okay,
that I
you
did
do that.
with
I'm
Beppo.
gonna break down my milk that I finished.
What? Right now? Okay. Anyway, maybe yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, this is so old. We actually got like a decent way through it, didn't we?
Hey, chat, how are you? Hi there.
Oh my gosh. Baby.
Sound like Cartman, but without the pitch shifting.
I'm a cat, and you everything that I
Oh wait, have I told any of you before that I did a competition last year at law school? It didn't go that well because I signed up for all 4 like events of the competition, so I split myself thin. So I didn't do too well in some things and didn't do well in others. I am learning my lesson this time for it, but like witness examination was terrifying to do. That's obviously what we're doing in these games like right now, literally. But it's something I'm gonna obviously practice and get better at. But one of the funny things that happened during my experience though was client interview. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You go in and talk to the client, and you ask him or like her if like what seems to be the situation. Have you considered legal aid or anything else of the sort? And they give you the answers, and then you just respond with the appropriate process that you're supposed to go through. And when I was doing it, like originally you just got a letter saying from a guy named Kyle who I need to see you, I need to talk about something serious. And we sat down, talked to him, and as we were going on, I realized every single character that's mentioned in his story is a South Park character. Everyone is related to South Park in some way, and like, because he's like, I my friend Eric was like just like bullying me all the time, and I accidentally pushed him, and he I knocked him out, and I'm worried that he's gonna sue me like in a lawsuit, and was anyone else there? And it's like, oh, my friend Kenny was, Kenny McCormack, and I was like, McCormack, wait a minute, Eric, Kyle, Kenny. It's like, oh my god, it's a South Park, and I have a recording of this interview, and I bet you can tell when I make that realization, because I have to hold my laughter in so badly because I wanted to burst out laughing, realizing this was just like what the joke was, or at least this was just all referencing. We also had something similar. We had a negotiation competition, and it was Pokemon related. There was some it was a discussion between 2 companies. It was I think in the Hoenn region, so Ruby Sapphire. And the topic of discussion was about Lapras fish. When I saw Lapras fish, I was like, wait a minute.
Lapras?
Yeah. Lapras fish, yeah. But
Lapras is a kind of Pokemon, right?
I know that, but like...
Yeah, it's just called Lapras fish for some reason. But yes, Lapras, the giant conch shell. It's obviously a bit unrelated, but maybe that's just for legal distinction, because I know Nintendo is quite rough on copy. Yeah.
I still haven't decided whether I want to do Beppo or not. I couldn't find it.
Do Beppo.
I'll do Beppo. Okay. Okay. You know what, babes? I don't care. My name is, well, everyone calls me Beppo. I drive an omnibus in the East End. My name is
Beppo. Who wants to be Bruce Fairplay?
Mugman, you do Fairplay, and then Judge will do the other one. I think it'll be funny.
What kind of voice do you think I should give Bruce Fairplay?
He has a canon voice, actually.
Bruce Fairplay, I'm a banker in the city. He's kind of...
Bruce Fairplay, I'm a banker in the city.
Beautiful! And he's like,
My name's First Lady First. I make hats for gents.
like that.
My name's First Lady First. I make hats for the gents.
Beautiful!
Oh, Skipper!
Back up.
Oh, Skipper!
Now that you mention it, yeah. Yeah, you're
Let's
right.
begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, All of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Quite right.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Very well then. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please.
I'm trying to decide if I should give Mugman the lady first anyway, though. I'm trying to remember how much they all talk throughout the case.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
If you want a break, or like you just want like a second to take water, I do not mind.
Alright, y'all can figure it out then. Judge, don't overdo it though.
Okay. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. Look at this fucker go.
It was the last bus of the evening, so I had few customers. I remember well.
The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts. This is not British.
It's okay.
That's right. He stabbed him. I screamed. I did. Couldn't help it.
As soon as I heard the screen, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. They're all Beppo.
Unambiguous testimony, I must say. Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes.
I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
Yes, counsel.
Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Why not?
Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage.
How quaint. I'd read that civilizations in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about your omnibuses?
Huh?
Tell me, my Nepalese friend, have you ever traveled in an omnibus?
Well, no. We, only arrived in London this morning.
No matter. I've arranged for all of us to see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime, that is.
What do you mean? The actual scene? How?
A carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably, you understand that much.
Yes.
The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building.
Here? What? The entire carriage?
Bailiff! Bring forth the stricken omnibus! The stricken omnibus! Blast it!
Look at that.
Holy shit, that's big! Literally
Man.
cut the witness stand in half. So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing.
As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. Four passengers are seated inside the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the very best views of the city are that the very best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of the omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight in the roof allowing to view the interior from the seats above.
Ah, skylight. Oh!
The penny drops at last, I see. These two gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on the omnibus when the murder took place. That is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, Counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom. There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. Very well. I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence.
I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence.
Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary.
I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here.
Let us continue with proceedings then. Your cross-examination, Counsel.
Well, you'll know what it's time for.
By the way, I shall call a recess right now because I need a snack as my tummy is grumbling.
Okay, go get a snack.
Yeah, I went to go get Subway, so you can go eat too.
Alright, so
You should go eat.
let's look around. Or actually, here, before we look around, we'll look around when there's music playing because it feels kind of ominous to leave it there. Anyway,
Phoenix Wright Omnibus.
so this is a cute little Easter egg. Phoenix Wright. Fun fact, it also says Phoenix Wright Omnibus in the Japanese version of the game. This was not this in particular was an Easter egg specifically for because they were like, oh, it's the English name, so let's put his name on the English carriage. I thought it was cute. I do think all of these, I do like all of the detail on this though, it's nice. Anyway. We will wait for Judge to come back. Sucks that he's leaving though, because you've played through this one a couple times with me. We're not blind for you yet, but I'd like to ask how he feels about Von Zieks. Oh, I feel like your British accent is getting better too, also, Mugman.
Of that, I am glad. Good job.
I'm sorry, hold on. I saw on my screen that like chat has been going crazy and I haven't seen any of it. Any of it. Mine like froze, so I had to, yeah. Hyper-realistic jury selection. Never thought I'd see the day. This Alucard looking ass is sexy. Plushie asked her when.
Ren, do you know who Alucard is?
Yeah, he's from Castlevania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched season 1 of Castlevania, and I watched a little bit of season 2. Fenrir squeezing Aster like a rubber toy, and she makes squeaky noises. Like that. She'd be squeaky Aster plushie. Gives me while I drool over Von Zieks. Poor Beppo freezing to death in the courtroom while the judge is yapping. Oh yeah, that's right. That was kind of what I focused on when I first did his voice. I was just like, he's just cold. He's just always freezing. He has no blood flow. Beppo is Italian. Yeah, it is. Kowalski analysis. Lady first with the private voices is something I thought of, but I'm upset that I didn't.
connection either. I just like I imagine him having this like
Kind of high, soft voice, but a little bit refined.
if it was like it's like if Tails was British and a little bit more soft spoken and an adult. A zesty little bow. He's so great. No, I know. Oh my god, I love his animations. They're so like they're so slow. So fun fact. If I remember properly, so Von Ziek's animations are actually a couple of them at least are actually mo captured. Like they called in, I think it was a Japanese ballerina, and they hooked her up to like mocap and had her do a bunch of motions for Von Zieks. I forget exactly what her name was, but yeah, a lot of his motions are mocapped, and I think that's awesome. There's a decent bit of mocap in this game, actually, like mocapped animations. There's some later that I'll show y'all. Like some of them you'll know when you see them, but other ones like, yeah. A lot of the animations in this game are mocap. Yeah, it's cool. I've been thinking about this. Isn't it odd how Von Zieks and Miles Edgeworth look somewhat similar? I've said this a couple times, but so Edgeworth is actually not descended from Von Zieks. Edgeworth, I don't think Edgeworth has any like descendants from this, but Asugi's family ended up descending into the Von Karma line. Because his sword is Karuma, and Karuma is the family name of the Von Karmas in Japanese. I heard omnibus and I thought he meant he was murdered on a large manga volume. Huh?
Omnibus is what you call a compilation of books. Like, so if
Oh, for real?
you had like an entire if you had a series of books put into one giant big book, that's referred to as an omnibus. Like a trilogy of books put into one as an omnibus.
I had no idea.
Ren learns what an omnibus is.
Bro. Alright. It's time.
I've always pronounced it as omnibus.
I guess in British it would be omnibus. British, except that's Cockney.
Ah!
I started learning what manga is. I read
You
manga.
had a question for me, I think.
Yes! Von Zieks, what do you think so far? I know you don't know like anything
like
about him, but
He-
he's
he
cool,
seems very
isn't he?
prejudiced. I know that women would probably like him a lot.
He is a very well-loved character in general.
Is it just because he looks hot? Is that
Yeah.
why?
I mean, he also has, nope. Not saying it. But anyway. You didn't, I accidentally, yeah. I accidentally skipped the bottom line, so all you.
Okay.
Back up, remember.
Let us continue with the proceedings then. Your cross-examination, counsel.
That's actually perfect volume-wise.
But you'll hear, like, my seat's gotten worse. It will make a noise every time I move between the judge and Zeke's.
But, my chair also is very squeaky. I'm lucky because stream can't hear it. Discord can, though. Like...
You hear that?
Yeah, Discord can hear it, but stream can't. I can hear you. Alright.
Yeah, my seat wants to get on the action.
Did you
Wants to voice its opinions.
Pray, don't expect this Nipponese oh my god. Pray, don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights.
Yeah, everybody's racist. Just you just gotta. Everybody is racist. It's okay. Japanese people made him, and Japanese people like him. So
All right. My first cross-examination in a British court. Focus, Yunosuke! Focus!
Old UK. Yeah, it is 1900. Ah, so cool.
Check it out.
Alright,
so
last bus of the evening. So let's examine our evidence. Alright, first fire Mason. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in the omnibus. Died to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. Crime scene photograph. Alright.
Also, what a weird way to like leave the knife in, but like the way that the knife is like super inoptimal. Like normally the knife is gonna be vertical, whereas that thing is horizontal.
Yeah.
Holding it is kind of weird if you're holding it horizontally.
Judge, did you see this?
Yes, I did see reference.
Oh, this side. Okay.
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
A scene of a murder. It's horrible.
People
What's
got mad because the
anyway?
That's so
characters are
regal.
racist. Yeah, a lot of people. got
Yeah,
mad.
a scene of a murder. How horrible. Goes in anyway.
We have to.
But I mean, it's so cool,
I know.
though. That's blood that's soaked into the seat. The victims,
Is there no
obviously.
commentary for? Is there no commentary for clicking the Phoenix Riot?
No, there isn't, unfortunately.
Uh,
The crosshairs will light up in like cyan, and that's when you can tell that you
I
can
see.
investigate it.
Because it's not like Naruhodo's like going like, oh my god, what a wonderful name. You know, if I-
I'm
if
going
I
to
wasn't-
name
if I
my
wasn't Japanese,
grandson after that.
Yeah.
If I wasn't Japanese, I would have that. I would have that name.
That'd be his name.
Yeah.
Yes, and that seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck.
Would you really stab somebody in full view of the other passengers like that? I wonder.
Well, it was after dark, and there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight.
Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack.
Alright. And then we can investigate this seat too.
This seat looks reasonably soft, but it's actually rather hard when you sit on it. And only just wide enough for two gentlemen to sit side by side, really.
Of course, an English gentlewoman would be dressed in such finery. It would be quite impossible for her to climb up to the roof deck, so she would have to be seated in here.
A woman in a kimono would have the same problem. Women's clothes are very impractical, aren't they?
Alright. Can we...
They really are. This seat has a handle, it seems.
Nice.
This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running.
Feeding tubs, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems?
There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure.
Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway.
Alright, let's just close it up again.
Ah, that's a poster for the great exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition.
Ah, the Crystal Tower! It's under construction already, I believe.
Yeah, they talked about the Crystal Tower last chapter. Saying the Russian revolutionary was gonna come in and blow it up or something.
People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event.
I love this game's protag-assisted banter. They're so charming. I know! Nah, this is more of the same. Let me get my auto-clicker, actually. Better that I do it now than later. Anyway. Okay. Well, I think we're... Anyway, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife. He stabbed him. I screamed. I couldn't help it. And then I saw it too.
Okay.
I don't think we have to press on this one because it's like the first one.
But what do we present on?
I think
We didn't get any new evidence from the omnibus.
We didn't, but we don't need it, I don't think. Sat next to each other, and the accused reached over and plunged a knife.
You know what you do when you read like a really good like book collection?
Hmm?
Do you know what you do when you read a really good book collection?
I don't.
You say this shit on the bus and sheesh.
Jeez.
You don't get a comment from me.
Wow.
This is definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day in London.
Well, nothing will come of grumbling now.
No. By the way, is Mr. McGilded right-handed?
Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand a little earlier.
Pity. If
Think
only
fast,
he'd been
chocolates.
left-handed.
I think blood on either glove would be
Fairly incriminating, really. Just, reached over... I don't know, I'm thinking this one, right? Because it kind of looks like he was stabbed from, like, across.
I mean... No. No.
Chat! I was wrong!
No, press this one.
I will now take 1 life point away from you.
Alright, I'll press it then.
Press this one.
You actually saw the exact moment it happened.
Didn't I already testify to that?
Or are fair dinkum hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days?
Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
Oh, this is no good. I've really got his back up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail.
Oh, God.
This one's you.
My lord!
Man, I'm really just swapping around.
Jet! It's a jet!
Oh, Juror number 3, what's the meaning of these?
My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up about what? I don't like the stinking rich. Never have. They're always up to something or other that they shouldn't be. Every one of them. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well,
Whoa.
he can't fool me.
Whoa.
There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter anyway.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I forgot what he sounds like. This is precisely what I was about to say. As the foreman of the jury, it's my duty to set a good example to my fellow jurors.
I think we just need to press.
What is happening here?
Let me see. Yes. It seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts.
With fire?
Apparently, yes. White for innocent and black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we saw a moment ago.
So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean...
Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen.
Could you imagine she pulls out that book and says, like, I don't know. Like, what was that?
Now I'm even more worried than I was before.
It'll happen.
Very well. The court acknowledges the change in the jury's stands.
I like how you can look behind him and see the leanings too. It's fun.
Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
This is a nightmare.
That's right, he stabbed him.
Hold it!
He stabbed him, you say? And you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you?
Yes, that's right. I was up there on the roof seats.
So I found out, I I was watching Dionosuke's voice actor play this game, and somebody said if you press someone while their thing isn't lit up, there's funny dialogue sometimes, which I had no idea about, and I kind of want to see it.
Excuse me.
Well, Mr. Beppo,
Me, sir?
do you have something to add in relation to that last statement?
Well, sir, there's just one thing, sir. I was wondering what's going to become of my omnibus after the trial.
What do you mean?
I've never seen this before. I can't help wondering. I want to ride in a cursed carriage someone was killed in. Well, everyone want to ride in it. Yes, the cursed carriage could be an attraction. Maybe it could be a sink or swim moment for me. Oh yes, I think it will be.
Well, if you could just focus on the testimony for the time being, please.
What the hell? That's so silly. I had no idea.
Hold it!
What exactly did you see?
I'm only 16. Give me a fucking break, Mr. Naruto. Oh, well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor, he was.
And by the passenger, obviously you're referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaster.
And the
brickmaker.
passenger had the knife in his hand, like this.
By the other passenger, obviously you're referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
And then he plunged it down like this, stabbing the other passenger in the belly.
What?
My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption.
Ah, juror number 2, go on.
Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society and a gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. However, those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Wait, what are you—
Dispose of the rubbish.
No!
I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime.
Oh, shit.
Hold it! I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion.
Not again.
4 out of 6 jury members who proposed a guilty verdict. There are only 2 left.
We've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, I just make the situation worse.
Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark.
I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly.
We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back.
But... All right, I'll keep trying. I can't give up. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. Alright, so when it happened, the only 2 people in the enclosed cabin area were the victim and the defendant. And so help me, 3 whole people witnessed the man I'm trying to defend do the deed.
I don't like to be pessimistic, but we do seem to be in a rather difficult situation here.
What am I supposed to think here? Is Mr. McGilded really innocent? Could it be...
But before we jump to conclusions, our first task should be to gather information. We need to understand the case much better than we do at the moment.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Let's listen to those witness statements again, a little more carefully this time.
Hold it!
Did we actually finish pressing Lady first?
We didn't. No, we didn't.
Okay, we'll do him next.
And you saw them through the skylight and the roof of the carriage?
Oh fuck, this is me. That's right. When you sit up on the top deck, the window's right there at your feet.
Oh yeah, juries have to be unanimous, yeah.
There was a lamp on inside, so I had a pretty good view. Two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. There's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded.
How can you be so sure?
Well, how can I put it politely? Mr. McGilded is a gentleman of, rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else.
Let's not forget, when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. There is no room for doubt here.
I really wish there was.
Alright, let's
Okay,
press
so
this
let's
guy.
finish with lady first.
Yeah.
Hold it!
Up on the roof. Oh yeah. Oh, we didn't actually see this. Eh? Okay, whatever. 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 Jet!
Oh, I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I've been thinking about a new hat design, you see. So I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then I happened to look down through the skylight. It was sticking right out of his belly. That huge, great knife.
A grim sight indeed.
That didn't help me at all. Joey looked like they were even more convinced my client did it than they were before.
That appears to have made everyone even more dubious that Mr. McGilded is telling the truth. If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions.
Mr. First,
Oh, yes! Yes, sir!
Back up!
is this the knife you saw?
He muted.
My sister came to give me an earful.
Oh, was she like, shut up?
Yep.
Okay, do we have to have Mugman take over first?
I don't know. Like she has to deal with it, honestly.
Up to you.
Your call.
Oh, good grief! Yes, that's it. The very one, sir.
Is that?
Yes, Counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly, like a stake through the heart. That is a blade of considerable size, Counsel. It is. And furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned prominently with a certain initial. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar.
Please, no.
M for Magnus, perhaps. Or McGilded, possibly. Take your pick. It seemed this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
And for murder.
Objection!
Shit. But there are M's everywhere. Like, yes, like in Mason.
This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. No! This weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, Counsel.
Oh wow. Goodness, I have the script on my bus and then I saw it too.
We've pressed every statement. What? Except for the first one. We didn't press the first one.
I guess that's the last one.
Hold on.
Oh, here it was. This is the testimony.
Can you give me a sec?
Yeah.
Thanks. No, I feel like I feel a little really hot.
Huh?
What?
What the hell did you say?
What?
M for Moran, but instead of Ren, it's Moran. Lux is dying. I know. Damn.
Amazing. Wow. Thanks, Faye.
Anyway,
Yes, I think it was some time after 10, wasn't it?
this is the one. Oh, yes, sir. That's right, sir. Yes, ever so cold. It was freezing, in fact.
And you had 4 passengers on board at the time. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right, sir. Not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, though, of course, no.
And there was no other passengers when the incident took place. No one alighted, for example.
You're quite right with that, sir. No other passages like that. No, none.
So nobody fled the scene of the crime then?
I have to say, the boss insists on it running. He does every evening that last bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say.
What do you mean by that?
Well, what's with it being so cold and everything, and only making sweaty beds on the run? You see, yes, I spend that much at the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again. I just can't believe it, sir. Can't believe it. I'm a murder on my own bus. It's too awful to think about it. I haven't been able to shake this cold ever since it happened.
My lord, I wish to speak.
Yes, juror number 5. Do I take it that you too?
As the master of the London Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horse is bolted, as they say.
No, please, just keep an open mind a little look.
Gee up now, Seevil Blaze, the finishing is high! Ah!
Good work.
That bear is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what the man says.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're too kind, sir.
This is too unkind, sir.
Which now means that 5 jurors agree to condemn this man.
It's just Grandma!
Madam Juror number 6.
Yes, dear. What can I do for you?
Welcome in, Camarian.
You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand.
Oh, yes. I certainly have. You got my hearing, you know.
Then pray tell, why are you not yet to pronounce your leaning?
Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park at around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park, it's called. The gentleman donated it to the city, you know, to put a smile on Londoners' faces, he said. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life.
He's always doing wonderful things for the city.
That's right, a man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely.
Mother, may we go to the Gilded Public Library later and borrow some more books?
How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know? What kind of man Magnus McGilded really is?
Listen to this theme, everybody.
His theme.
Oh, it's so pretty. Turn up the volume.
What kind of a man is he?
The philanthropist, Magnus McGilded,
Slow down. Aura.
has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one with the very darkest of souls.
What?
Stone the crows!
McGilded lends money and extortionate rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying them. When they default, he makes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys on the weak.
I've never heard any mention of that before.
Your faculties haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So, has this thought not crossed your mind?
Reference to Shakespeare, yes.
Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service?
You're not saying that...
The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McGilded. But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment date for his debts. Good gracious! The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house. He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, this pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him, his life. By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded.
I don't believe it.
If I might add something briefly.
Miss Sato.
You claim that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilded. But where is the evidence to support your claim?
Where did the bottle come from?
Sif hours.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice in a court of law. There it is! Lord Van Zeek's hallowed chalice!
How can this be considered acceptable?
But I find myself in unexpectedly good humor. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself.
As judicial assistant to the defense, I am simply doing my job.
What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside.
Oh.
Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in a toast to the enigmatic East at the same time.
Love how the judge just went, he did the thing!
A marvelous
He's pulling his chalice out!
No way! He's pulling his chalice out! Oh my. A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence.
Anyway, somebody made the joke that the judge, like, is kind of into this, and that's why he accepts it. His ass is not drinking that wine. He will soon.
Ah, yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable sum, and the accused made quite certain he had ample recompense.
Well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes.
Oh no, Granny. I sped up something while I was doing all that.
You sounded amazing though.
I don't. It looks like dough, but I'm actually under the suspicion that it was the gelatinous substance they put in your mouth for a mouth guard that I had last I think a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think like a bit of it was still there, and I just spat it up.
Oh.
Hang on, I gotta dispose of this.
Yes, go dispose. Judge the judge did the thing. Anyway, we will take this moment to appreciate how good the soundtrack is in this game. Jesus Christ. Von Zeke's theme is so good. Like,
Von Zeke's theme slaps.
It's so gothic and pretty.
Also, how about we get to the next to be continued and then we call it a stream?
I was already planning on that, don't worry.
Okay, cool. Just glad we're on the same page.
How far are we away, I wonder?
Not sure. Let me double check.
I sense we're close.
Daesun, let me...
Wait, I can look up a walkthrough for this because I've been through this!
You can. You might have forgotten a lot though. Let me hear.
No, I remember it. Yeah, bold of you to assume I fucking forgot. Come on. You know me.
Peace.
Oh, there's only... Oh, huh. Okay.
So there's only 2 parts to this, but the case altogether is quite long, so...
There's 3 parts. What do you mean?
Oh, it says there's 2 here.
What?
So
No,
Asogi is related to the Von Commerce, but not Van
It
Zeke's.
looks like... Oh, yeah, that's right. So we're gonna have the new... We're gonna have, like, a little bit of gameplay, and then just probably, like, a bit of yapping, and then we should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you want to stop sooner, that's also fine.
I'm fine stopping at to be continued.
Okay. Alright, let's go.
Alright then.
Did you say it?
Oh. Regrettably, madam, this is the modus operandi of the accused.
And it's such a pretty little park, too. What a scoundrel! Still, maybe it's all for the best.
Wait a minute! Let's think about this a little more before-
stand for nonsense!
It's like she slams her fist down and the desk fucking shatters.
She would. She's got that aura. Me too.
Sorry, I just had it in my... Yeah, I just had it in my head. Oh, Your Honor! League of Legends!
Why?
Why? Your Honor! League of Legends!
Why? Turn that shit off, Jesus. He's dead. Yeah.
That was it. The last juror's decision.
Rip.
According to this Encyclopedia of British Law, when all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That's what it says here.
Final verdict. It's over then.
Oh. There's a footnote, though.
A footnote?
However, the defense...
All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement in this case.
Yonosuke's dead. Game over. This is so sad.
Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision. According to the laws of this country, I will now conclude the trial. By delivering my final verdict, I trust there are no objections.
I'm Shinji, I can't do anything right. So
Miss
fucked up.
Sato.
Shinji?
Miss Shinji.
Don't call her Shinji!
I knew that'd piss you off.
Miss Sato. Just tell me one thing.
Oh, yes.
You were in the middle of saying something before. The footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law. However, the defense. What did it say next?
Oh, yes, of course. One moment. When all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended, and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. Then the footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the jurors at this point.
Summation examination?
A summation examination. From which century has that tome you have there been resurrected? Judging from the binding, I would say the book is at least 50 years old. Any modern text of British law wouldn't even give such an antiquated procedure a mention. It's a relic, long forgotten, and certainly no longer practiced. So you're out of luck.
Oh.
What even is it, Miss Sato? This so-called summation examination.
Oh, one moment and I'll read about it.
You would demand the right to procedure before you even understand what it entails. Typical Nipponese.
Alright, Mr. Naruhodo, I think I understand. It seems that under this procedure, we would be able to appeal to the members of the jury.
To do what? Exactly?
Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decisions. And it says here that, if successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed.
Make them reverse their decisions?
Yes, in times gone by, barristers would use a summation examination to attempt influence the jury's decision. But that procedure became something of a formality with no practical benefit really. So it rather fell out of use.
I wonder why.
Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister would even assert his right to try in this day and age.
Still, I don't see any mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that, although it might be antiquated and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
A summation examination? Our last possible option. Do we assert our right to carry it out? Or admit defeat?
Nah, forget it.
Man! Fuck it! The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord!
Objection!
Are you fucking kidding me?
Objection! London is the capital city, the most powerful nation on earth. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried.
But if it's our right, it's our right! I believe it could prove vital in this trial!
Their defense petitions is perfectly valid. The court will proceed with the summation examination. This is madness. Foreman, are you the remainder of the jury ready?
Well, I'm not, there was no mention of this in the letter I received, you see, so,
All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached their decision.
On what grounds?
You must all justify your decision and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty.
Well, my lord, you rather putting us on the spot.
This is most irregular. No mention was made of this before.
I don't really hold with all this justifying lark. That seems to have thrown the jurors off.
It seems none of them have experienced this before.
All right then, the summation examination. A defense procedure no practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe. It might be the opportunity we've been looking for to turn this trial around.
So be it then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which you find the defendant Magnus McGilded guilty of this most serious crime.
Judicial findings.
There was no one, there was no one else inside the carriage at the time, so there has to have been here. It must have had to be him.
I ate my rose accidentally.
Yes.
I ate it, yummy.
I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. All passengers with fares totaling 20 pence.
Sorry, I'm grabbing a knife right now so I can stay in character. I didn't do that! Stuck the chap next to him just like this. Brazen, I must say, absolutely brazen.
I have simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far and drawn the logical conclusion.
You can trust the guild. Fair fare's our motto. We haven't raised prices about 4 pence for years.
The scoundrel stabbing that poor man on the floor, it beggars belief.
I'm starting to wish I hadn't pushed for this now.
Some of the jurors don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they?
Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. I'll have to throw everything I can at them. Use some very persuasive language.
Just a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. According to my book, that's not quite how it works.
Oh? I thought I was going to have to thaw their icy minds with some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant.
Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says. Anything.
But then...
They've reached their conclusions by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, it could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they become.
Then what on earth am I supposed to do?
Oh dear, I'm just citing what I've read about British law, Mr. Naruhodo.
Right, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make this work then?
Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the jurors' own words to make your arguments.
What do you mean?
Well, the 6 members of the jury are randomly selected members of the public. They may appear to present a united front, but the truth is, they are complete strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together.
And that's the way to break them down, you mean?
Yes, exactly. We must listen very carefully to what each member of the jury says, and see if we can identify any contradictory statements. If we can, we then contrast the statements and pit the corresponding jurors against each other.
I see. So it's contradictions in what 2 or more jurors say that we're looking for. In a way, then, this is similar to a regular cross-examination.
Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Please remember to breathe.
Find contradictions in their statements and pit the jurors against one another to break them down. All right. I might be able to pull this off. No, that's not right.
Woo!
I have to pull this off!
Start a fight between them. Fight, fight, fight!
Can we start proceedings, counsel? I would ask you to take the stand for this. I'm expecting a clear and concise rebuttal.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah!
Jury examination.
Alright, so, how do we...
There was no one else inside the carriage at the time, so it has to have been him.
We don't have to reread this every time. So I looked up a guide, and it says, so we have this, and then after this, we're gonna get some more contradictions, so we're gonna get witnesses back on the stand, and they're gonna explain the contradictions, and then we have to talk with them some more, and then we have to talk with them some more, and then we have to do another cross-examination, and then we have to talk with them some more, and then we have to talk with them some more, and then we hit the to be continued. So we've got a little bit, actually.
That is not what is in mine.
Which one do you have?
Mine says that after this, after these jury findings, we do this thing, and then we're at the to be continued.
Really?
It says, yeah, trial part 1, and then part 2 starts immediately after this.
What? Can you send me that?
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, there's no one else inside the carriage. Not important right now. So we'll move on for now. Want me to search a gameplay and check? Nah, we're good.
I texted the link to you.
Like on phone? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see this. Allowing the trial to continue. It does say that here, doesn't it? That's strange. Alright, then let's finish this, and then if it doesn't,
And if it doesn't end, we'll stop at the next testimony anyways.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright. Alright, 4 passengers with fares totaling 20 pence. Select the tab next to him just like this. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence in years.
Hey, wait a second.
On the floor.
I see 2 contradictions!
Out you go.
2 and 5 and 3 and 6.
Yeah, these 2.
Objection! Those 2 statements are completely contradictory!
I like this perspective, and I like how you can see the juror get surprised in the background. It's cute.
What? Explain, counsel, post haste.
Dear me, I was only knitting a jumper for my other half.
What is all this claptrap? What does contradictory even mean, I ask you? We've heard from more than one witness that they all allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3.
What? Can't you see that I'm busy here?
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was it?
He has legs, I know!
Ha! Want to test me, do you?
It was like this! Stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up, just like the prim banker said.
Yes, that is what Mr. Fairplay's testimony said. Quite true.
Now then, juror number 6.
Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do for you, young man?
He woken.
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim, madam?
Oh, well, dear, as far as I understand it. It was like this. He stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so.
Now don't move! Take a look at these 2 jurors.
He stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up.
And
he stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor.
Well, I never. They're stabbing in totally different directions.
What?
Bless my stitches. What a muddle.
What this tells us is that there's a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth.
Huh?
But why? Why the dickens would they lie?
I don't know that yet. But what I do know is that if the trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in all good conscience?
Lies, you say? Oh, dearie me. I can't abide people telling lies.
The scales.
I don't believe it.
Just hold it. Oh.
Judge!
Wait!
They don't love
Now
you.
hear this, my fellow jurors. I warn you, you cannot listen to this man. Look at him in his black suit. He's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer using magic on all of us.
If I could use magic, do you really think I'd be putting myself through all this?
Answer me this, Dark Jinx.
Huh? Me?
What exactly is the problem? What of it if you two witnesses have slightly different recollections of events?
What of it?
Let's say the Shylock did stab the victim as he was sat next to him on the omnibus. And this young dandy saw him do it. And now let's say the victim collapsed on the floor and then the Shylock stabbed him again. And this old lady saw him do it. Well, let's just say it didn't happen like that.
Who are you calling a dandy, sir? Why should take this knife to you?
Who are you calling old? Why, I should take this needle to you.
They're ready to kill each other now.
Mission successful.
Could the foreman of the jury be right?
No.
Did the two witnesses see different moments of the same crime?
Out of the question.
Out of the question. Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman.
Da 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 da.
What is it, you Dark Jinx? Come on, out with it!
What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question.
What are you talking about, man? How could you possibly say that? You don't realize that I'm only doing my job. As a foreman of the jury, I have a responsibility to steer everyone in the right direction. So where's your evidence, man? That's what we want to see. I saw the two witnesses, I say the two witnesses saw two different moments of the crime. If you say that's out of the question, show me proof.
The autopsy report said there was only one stab wound.
That's the one. Yada, yada, yada.
As you wish. I'll give you the proof. It's out of the question that the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime, as proven by... This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen only once.
Only once?
It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time. Which means these witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen two different times.
All right. I concede defeat.
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo! You did it!
I can't begin to tell you how much that sprite filled me with such joy.
Which one?
The one where she like put her hands together and
Susato,
looked all
it's
cute
so
and
cute,
shit.
isn't it? If we can manage to change two more jurors' minds, we can force the trial to continue.
Two more. Actually, there is something else that's bothering me about a couple of their insertions.
Then that's where you must strike next.
we need to pit 2 more jurors against each other and show that there's another contradiction in their assertions.
Exactly! You can do it!
How are you able to read my mind? What?
Well, the scales of justice have shifted, but they still weigh heavy on the side of guilt. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue with your summation examination.
So fun fact, the melody that's playing here, this one, it plays 6 times for the 6 jurors. Anyway, the other one that
because he said we haven't raised our prices. You pressed. We don't care.
Why isn't my auto clicker working? Hello.
We don't give a fuck.
Oh, cause do I have text skip off? Is that why? Yeah, that's why. Pit.
Objection.
Those 2 statements clearly contradict each other.
They do. Explain yourself, counsel.
Me? Oh dear, what have I said?
I swear on Silver Blaze's maiden name, I haven't the first idea what you're talking about.
According to the great group testimony we've heard so far, there were 4 passengers on the omnibus on the night in question. And according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 20 pence in fares.
Quite right. I have those precise details typed neatly here in front of me.
And juror number 5 also told us the following. The fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence.
That it is. Fair and convenient single price. Just the way London's carriages should be operated.
But that doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy in the facts.
Why, man, why?
4 passengers paying 4 pence each. If you do the multiplication...
Huh? It would be 16 pence!
Exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. The figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. Or precisely 1 person's fare.
1 person's fare.
Yes! In other words, on the omnibus that night. It's distinctly possible. There was another passenger we've heard nothing about!
This can't be right. The coachmen of the guild are good, honest men, one and all. Trustworthiness is our watchword.
Figures your coachman claims most certainly do not add up. Your watchword, good sir, is a fallacy.
I beg your pardon!
Mr. Guildmaster, I think you ought to consider that if this trial were to end now, the news will surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he let nefarious characters ride his omnibus.
Alright then, how do I make it so this miserable trial doesn't end,
Well, according to my book here, you simply launch a ball of fire onto the innocent side of the set of scales.
Jed!
Oh, now hold your horses there, coachman. We were all in agreement. Why do you have to...
Wait till I get my hands on you, Beppo! Ah!
I wish I could scream that loud right now, but I can't without facing the Ah! This is all very irritating!
Begging your pardon, sir, I'm also going to do the same.
For the love of Mike! Not you as well!
A penny can be the difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exacting standards in financial matters.
Oh, really?
I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witnesses again.
Wait! That means 4 jurors are now leaning to not guilty!
We've done it, Mr. Naruhodo! We've won!
What are you playing at, you daddy for?
Shut your trap, sir! No one deceives me!
But we had a consensus.
I said shut your trap! I know a liar when I see one, and if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take this razor-sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head!
This is so weird!
Please.
I thought we left Japan.
Hopefully not Sweeney Todd, Barber.
Please tell me he's a barber. Please tell me he's a barber. Please tell me he's a barber.
In a quite remarkable turn of events, the defense's summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at a 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to adjudicate.
And the trial must continue.
I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth. So, Lord Van Zeeks, continue to substantiate the case of the prosecution, if you please.
Amazing.
Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this hallowed chalice, it may seem crass to crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks!
Is it cold in here, or is it just me?
As your antiquated tome no doubt says, the prosecution may not speak during the summation examination, so I honored a deathly silence and listened to the charade. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Well, no matter. There is nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem. No. And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle.
Bring forth the witnesses once more!
Every time it fades to black, I'm hoping it to say.
Yeah,
It's not. Okay, well, once they're
Witnesses!
up, we'll stop.
I trust you heard the summation examination we have just had to endure.
Oh yes, that I did, sir.
Of course I heard it.
Oh, yes, sir. I heard it.
You, sir, on the end, the coachman. I believe it's Beppo.
Yes, my lord, sir.
If it transpires that in your previous testimony, you were attempting to veil the presence of a 5th passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir.
Oh, mio Dio.
Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you.
Yeah, real? Honestly. Please say that again. You cut out.
Yeah, girl, you died.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination.
Next time!
Next time. Anyway.
Next time!
Anyway, yeah. Oh, it does say trial part 2, doesn't it? It just didn't reach a, to be continued. Alright, back to title. Don't save because we already made one. Anyway. Go to the auditorium because it's quiet in here. Yep. Next time! We get to look at Naruhodo as he stares at us. Anyway, thank you for joining us today, everybody. I had a lot of fun.
I also had a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun too. I've been having a bit of a troubled week, but this has definitely raised my spirits.
I'm really happy to hear that.
You also should know, you know, as normal, we're fucking slaying it, but like, man, my interest in this game just fucking spiked. Like, heavily. Like, I knew your Von Zeeks would be good, right? I knew it would be good, but I wasn't expecting to, like, listen to the micro expressions and, like, dissect it like it's a fucking frog and I'm in science class in 7th grade, you know what I mean?
No, for
like,
real.
Yeah, thank you.
Short story, good job. You've captivated me.
No, for real. I was like, okay, right? I knew that Judge was gonna do a good Von Zeeks. Like, I knew it from the start, but, like, I wasn't expecting it to be that
More than
good,
anything,
you know?
I just want to get to later in the trial where, like, the tension spikes up and there's, like, a court argument and both of them are making their argument. I want to go fucking toe-to-toe. I'm so excited
I
for
want to
that.
hear y'all yell at each other. I'm excited.
That's gonna be so good. Like, peak.
Shut up, music. But, oh my god. Such a specific metaphor. No, literally. Like, I started going like, wee! I turned into a squeaky toy. Like, that was absolutely wonderful. My,
listen, I only
chat
deal
is
in
catching
super specific metaphors, just so I can be creative.
Specific metaphors,
It helps flex
like,
my brain.
Regarding Fantasia, you know?
Oh, like...
The game, yes, metaphor re Fantasia.
Metaphor re
re is, like,
Fantasia.
in the regards to, yeah.
Oh, it appeared on the screen again, but I wanted to say it because I forgot to say it earlier. Susato is super cute, and I love her a lot, and I hope that I am making her both cute and elegant and serious. That's more than both, isn't it?
Again, I just want to see more of her.
She's so... I love her so much. And...
Big comfort character for you.
yeah, she's my baby. I'm sorry, just the way that she like dips down and like she really is just like the constant encouraging figure. I like her a lot. I want to see Von legs too. No spoilers, but you'll see them eventually. Eventually.
Yo, leggies!
Yeah.
Yo!
Barack Von legs. Anyway.
Yo!
Anyway, with that, any final words? Because I've already held y'all hostage a bit longer than I expected.
No final words from me. I will be live later tonight.
Yes!
Pulling an all-nighter. So this is a vastly different game, so I don't know if anyone would be interested. However, I will be streaming in about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, for the release of Monster Hunter Wilds.
Which Mugman is very normal about.
Literally, I am the most not normal motherfucker. No, actually, I'm like the most normal Monster Hunter fan, which is to say, none of us are normal. So I'm gonna be playing that. I'm gonna be enjoying it. I'm going to be crying, and yeah.
Yes, go hang out over on their Twitch and possibly their YouTube. If
I
they
will
can...
probably be screaming a lot more, and there will probably be a lot less voice acting. However, I am funny, so...
Real.
There's an octopus in the game.
True!
No way. Tentacles? That's crazy.
Yeah, bro, and you can cut them off. You can cut off the tentacles.
Oh my god. Wait, I was joking.
I'd say it's one of the
Apparently, you
more-
can cut
I'd
off
say
the
it's-
tentacles.
It's like probably one of the more ambitious designs I've seen because of like the skeleton.
It's
rig
like
got.
nothing, like anything in any of the I'm gonna stop.
Anyway, for more Mugman excited yelling, please head over to their Twitch/YouTube/join the Discord, discord.gg/fenaster, and you will get notified whenever they go live, as long as you have the
Exactly.
live notice
You-
roll.
Look, it's literally Stream Elements right now coming in with the clutch. Perfect timing.
Thanks, Stream Elements. That was
Thank you,
actually
Stream
like,
Elements.
flawless. Wow.
Anyway, go join the Discord, join the Discord. Join the Discord.
You guys know the drill. We're plugging ourselves because teehee.
Please tell me you don't work tomorrow.
Nah, Mugman doesn't have work for the next couple of days, right?
I don't have work until fucking Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday is unironically how I say it. Please.
Which is very funny to make fun of you for.
Yeah. I'll be nice to you. Anyway,
Wow.
Don't forget, go hang out with Mugman, and also don't forget it's my birthday in a couple of days, so I'll be doing a birthday stream and y'all should come to that.
You absolutely should come to Ren's birthday stream.
Judge, any final words?
Thank you very much for attending. Hope to see you next time. Stay safe and well and healthy.
And with that, everybody, thank you so much for coming.
Look at Judge being all formal and shit.
I know, Judge would be a great streamer. If you ever get a Twitch, you should tell me, and I will show all of your streams. But with that, everybody, thank you so much for coming, and good night.